What if I told you that the real reason your erections have weakened has nothing to do with your age? What if the solution does not require expensive pills, painful injections, or embarrassing devices? Tonight, I am going to share something that most men over 60 have never been told, a simple 60-second technique that can awaken what I call your hidden erection nerve. My name is Dr. Eva Hart, and I am a board-certified urologist with 14 years of dedicated experience helping men just like you reclaim their masculine vitality. I have walked this journey with thousands of patients who thought their best years were behind them, and I have watched them return to confidence with the right approach. This is a topic that many feel too embarrassed to discuss openly, but staying silent only makes the problem worse. The shame and frustration you might be feeling right now, that is not your fault, and you are certainly not alone in this struggle. In this video, I will show you exactly how your nervous system controls your ability to get and maintain strong erections, and more importantly, how you can take control of it starting tonight. This is about more than just physical performance. This is about reclaiming your confidence, your sense of masculinity, and your connection with your partner. Stay with me until the end because I will share a bonus technique so simple you can do it anywhere, yet so powerful it can change how your body responds within minutes. And if this topic resonates with you, share in the comments what exactly speaks to you. If it does not, let me know how I can improve the content and what topic would be more interesting for you. Let me destroy a dangerous myth that has robbed countless men of their confidence. The belief that weak erections after 60 are simply an inevitable part of aging is one of the most harmful lies men accept. I have seen men in their 70s and 80s enjoy strong, natural erections once they understand what is really happening inside their bodies. Truth is, your body operates on two distinct programs. First is survival mode, your fight or flight response. When this system is active, your heart races, your muscles tense, and blood flow redirects away from your sexual organs because your body believes it needs to protect you from danger. The second program is your rest and recovery state, where your body feels safe, your blood vessels relax, and natural arousal becomes possible. Most men over 60 have spent decades carrying stress from careers, financial pressures, family responsibilities, health concerns. Over time, your nervous system gets stuck in that first program, survival mode. When this happens, no matter how much you desire intimacy, your body simply cannot respond the way it used to. This explains why so many men tell me they feel aroused mentally, but their body does not cooperate. Your mind wants intimacy, but your nervous system is still operating from a place of stress and protection. The disconnect between desire and physical response creates even more frustration, which only reinforces the cycle. I have treated countless men who tried everything, expensive medications, uncomfortable devices, even surgical procedures without addressing this fundamental issue. They were treating the symptoms while the real cause remained hidden in their nervous system. Think of it like trying to start a car with the emergency brake still engaged. You can press the gas pedal as hard as you want, but until you release that brake, the car will not move properly. Your nervous system is that emergency brake, and I am going to show you exactly how to release it. But here is what will surprise you most. There is one specific nerve that controls this entire system, and most men have no idea it even exists. Deep within your body runs a remarkable nerve that most men have never heard of, yet it holds the key to everything we have been discussing. This is the vagus nerve, what I call your hidden erection nerve, and it is the master switch between survival mode and your natural state of arousal. This nerve starts in your brain and travels down through your chest, past your heart and lungs, through your abdomen, and connects to the very core of your pelvic region. It is the longest nerve in your body and acts like a superhighway of communication between your brain and your sexual organs. When your vagus nerve is active and functioning properly, it sends a powerful signal throughout your body. You are safe. You can relax. Blood can flow freely. This signal triggers a cascade of changes. Your heart rate slows to an optimal rhythm, your blood pressure normalizes, stress hormones decrease, and most importantly, blood vessels in your pelvic region dilate and remain open. When this signal reaches your pelvic area, something remarkable happens. Your blood vessels dilate, your pelvic muscles release their tension, and your body prepares itself for intimacy. The smooth muscle tissue in your penis relaxes, allowing blood to flow in and stay trapped in the chambers that create your erection. But when chronic stress, anxiety, or years of tension have dampened this nerve, your body remains locked in that protective state where arousal becomes nearly impossible. The vagus nerve becomes underactive, almost like a radio with weak reception. The signals get weaker and less consistent. What makes this particularly challenging for men over 60 is that decades of accumulated stress have often left this nerve in a state of chronic suppression. Years of high-pressure jobs, financial worries, family responsibilities, and health concerns have essentially trained your nervous system to stay in alert mode most of the time. I have watched men transform their intimate lives simply by learning to activate this one nerve. They discover that the solution was not in a pill bottle or medical device, it was already inside them, waiting to be awakened. The beauty of understanding your vagus nerve is that you have complete control over it. Unlike hormones or circulation issues that might require medications, you can influence this nerve directly through simple techniques that work within minutes. Now I want to share with you the most powerful technique I have taught to hundreds of men, a simple breathing method that activates your vagus nerve in less than 1 minute. I call this the 4-2-8 breathing technique, and many of my patients feel the difference the very first time they try it. Here is exactly how it works. Find a comfortable position, either sitting on the edge of your bed or lying down with your back supported. Let your shoulders drop and soften your abdominal muscles. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. You want to feel your belly expanding as you breathe, not just your chest rising. You are going to breathe in slowly through your nose for exactly 4 seconds, allowing your belly to expand naturally like a balloon filling with air. Focus on drawing the breath deep into your lower lungs, not just your upper chest. Then hold that breath gently for 2 seconds. Do not strain or force it, just pause comfortably like you are savoring the moment. Finally, and this is the most important part, exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 full seconds, letting all the air flow out smoothly and completely. Imagine you are blowing out a candle very slowly, creating a gentle, steady stream of air. As you exhale, consciously let your entire body sink deeper into relaxation. Repeat this cycle exactly 3 times. That is it, less than 1 minute total, but the effects can be profound and immediate. What happens during this simple exercise is remarkable from a medical perspective. The long, slow exhale activates your vagus nerve directly through what we call the dive reflex, the same mechanism that allows deep-sea divers to slow their heart rates and conserve oxygen. This sends an immediate signal to your nervous system to shift out of survival mode and into rest and recovery. Within seconds, your heart rate slows to an optimal rhythm, your blood pressure decreases, stress hormones like cortisol begin to drop, and most importantly, blood flow increases to all the areas where you want it most. The smooth muscle tissue throughout your body, including in your penis, begins to relax and open up. I encourage you to try this technique tonight, either before bed or before any intimate moment. Give yourself those 60 seconds of intentional breathing and pay attention to how your body responds. You might notice your chest feeling more open, tension melting from your shoulders and jaw, and a different quality of warmth spreading through your lower body. Key is consistency. The more you practice this simple technique, the stronger your vagus nerve becomes, and the more easily your body can shift into that optimal state for intimacy. There is another way to activate your vagus nerve that is so simple and discreet you can do it anywhere, even sitting in your living room watching television. This is the ear massage technique, and it works because branches of your vagus nerve actually run through specific parts of your outer ear. The science behind this is fascinating. Your vagus nerve has what we call auricular branches, small nerve fibers that extend into your outer ear. When you stimulate these areas correctly, you can send a direct signal to the main vagus nerve to activate, which then cascades down to affect your entire pelvic region. Here is how you do it step by step. Sit comfortably and locate the small area just in front of your ear canal and the soft spot behind your earlobe. These areas are rich with nerve endings. Place your thumb just behind your ear on the soft spot behind your earlobe, and your index finger just inside the front fold of your ear where it meets your face. Begin to rotate forward in small, gentle circles for about 5 seconds, applying just enough pressure to feel the tissue moving but not enough to cause any discomfort. Then reverse the motion and rotate backward for another 5 seconds. As you do this, take one deep, slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can do this on one ear or both. Many men find that stimulating both ears simultaneously creates a stronger response. The entire technique takes less than 30 seconds, but you can repeat it several times throughout the day whenever you feel stressed or tense. You might be thinking, Dr. Hart, what does my ear have to do with my erections? The answer lies in the intricate network of your nervous system. By stimulating these nerve branches in your ear, you send a direct signal to your vagus nerve to activate, which then travels down through your body and influences blood flow, muscle tension, and hormonal responses in your pelvic region. This technique is incredibly discreet. You can do it while watching television, sitting in your car before an important meeting, or even during a stressful day to help reset your nervous system. When combined with the breathing technique, it becomes even more powerful, creating multiple pathways of activation for your vagus nerve. Many of my patients use this as their go-to stress relief method, and they often report that regular use makes them feel calmer overall, sleep better, and respond more easily to intimate moments. But there is one critical mistake that can undo all of this progress. I need to share with you one of the most heartbreaking patterns I see in my practice, because avoiding this mistake can mean the difference between success and continued frustration. A man finally manages to get an erection after weeks or months of struggle, and in his excitement and overwhelming fear of losing it, he rushes immediately into intercourse. Within minutes, everything fades away and his confidence collapses all over again. This happens because fear and rushing trigger that same survival response we have been discussing throughout this video. When you panic about losing your erection, when you think, I better hurry before it goes away, your nervous system interprets that panic as danger and immediately shuts down blood flow to protect you. It is a cruel irony. The very fear of losing your erection is what causes you to lose it. The physiological explanation is straightforward. Anxiety floods your system with stress hormones, your heart rate spikes, your blood vessels constrict, and your vagus nerve activity plummets. Within moments, you are back in survival mode and arousal becomes impossible to maintain. I always tell my patients to think of their body like a classic car engine that has been sitting idle for months. When you finally get it started after some coaxing, you do not immediately slam the accelerator to the floor and expect it to perform flawlessly. You let it warm up gently, you give it time to reach optimal operating temperature, and you treat it with the patience it deserves. The solution is to slow down, not speed up. When you feel yourself beginning to respond, when you notice that first sign of arousal, take those deep breaths we practiced earlier in this video. Spend time connecting with your partner through gentle touch, meaningful conversation, and forms of intimacy that do not focus solely on penetration. Give your nervous system time to fully settle into that relaxed, aroused state. This might mean 5 minutes of kissing, touching, and breathing together before moving to more intense physical connection. It might mean talking with your partner about what you are both feeling and experiencing in that moment. This approach not only helps your erections last longer and feel stronger, but it makes the entire experience more enjoyable and fulfilling for both you and your partner. Many couples discover that slowing down actually enhances their connection and creates more satisfying intimacy than they ever experienced when they were younger and more focused on performance alone. Remember, your partner wants to connect with you, not just your performance. When you give yourself permission to slow down and be present, you often find that intimacy becomes richer and more meaningful than it was even in your younger years. While the techniques I have shared can work immediately, and many men notice changes the very first night they try them, lasting transformation requires building a strong foundation through daily habits that support your vagus nerve and overall vitality. First, incorporate some form of strength training at least twice a week. This does not mean you need to become a bodybuilder or spend hours in the gym. Simple resistance exercises, light weights, resistance bands, or even bodyweight movements like push-ups, squats, and planks can boost your testosterone production and keep your muscles active and engaged. Connection between muscle strength and sexual health is more direct than most men realize. When you engage in resistance training, you increase blood flow throughout your entire body, including to your pelvic region. You also stimulate the production of growth hormone and testosterone, both crucial for maintaining sexual function as you age. Second, add cardiovascular exercise 3 times per week. This could be as simple as a brisk 30-minute walk through your neighborhood, swimming laps at your local pool, cycling on familiar routes, or using a rowing machine. These activities increase nitric oxide production, which is the molecule responsible for opening your blood vessels and improving circulation throughout your body. Nitric oxide is particularly important for erections because it signals the smooth muscle in your penis to relax, allowing blood to flow in and create firmness. The more regularly you engage in cardiovascular exercise, the more efficiently your body produces this crucial molecule. Third, prioritize quality sleep as if your intimate life depends on it, because it does. 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night allows your body to restore hormone levels, process stress from the day, and reset your nervous system. During deep sleep, your body produces the majority of its testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for sexual health. Create a sleep environment that supports your vagus nerve. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, as blue light can interfere with your natural sleep hormones. Fourth, actively manage your stress levels through practical strategies that fit your lifestyle. This might mean setting clear boundaries at work, learning to say no to excessive commitments, or finding healthy ways to process the pressures of daily life. Consider activities like reading, gentle stretching, spending time in nature, or pursuing hobbies that bring you joy and relaxation. Finally, make those breathing exercises a daily practice. Just 5 intentional breaths using the 4-8 technique in the morning and 5 before bed can keep your vagus nerve active and your nervous system balanced throughout the day. We have covered the real reason your erections have weakened, not because of your age, but because your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode for too long. You have learned about your vagus nerve, your hidden erection nerve, and how powerful it becomes when properly activated through simple, natural techniques that require nothing more than your own body and focused attention. I have shown you the 60-second breathing technique that can shift your body into the optimal state for arousal, the ear massage that reinforces this effect through a different pathway, and the critical importance of slowing down rather than rushing when you do achieve an erection. These are not temporary fixes. These are fundamental techniques that address the root cause of erectile difficulties after 60. We have discussed the daily habits that build your foundation: strength training that boosts testosterone, cardiovascular exercise that increases nitric oxide production, quality sleep that restores hormonal balance, stress management that keeps your nervous system calm, and consistent breathing practice that strengthens your vagus nerve response. Most importantly, I have reminded you that you are not alone in this struggle and that your future holds more possibility than you might currently believe. Every single day in my practice, I witness men who thought their intimate lives were over discover that they still have the capacity for strong, satisfying erections and deep connection with their partners. This information gives you power, the power to take control of your sexual health without depending on medications, devices, or expensive treatments. You now have practical tools that you can use tonight, tomorrow, and every day going forward. Start small, but start tonight. Choose one technique, either the breathing exercise or the ear massage, and commit to trying it before bed. Pay attention to how your body feels afterward. Notice if you sleep more deeply or simply feel calmer than usual. If you have a partner, consider sharing what you have learned. Many relationships are strengthened when both people understand that performance anxiety and rushing are the enemies of good intimacy. Your partner likely wants you to feel confident and relaxed more than they want any specific physical outcome. Remember that every small action sends a signal to your nervous system. Every time you choose the breathing technique over anxiety, every time you slow down instead of rushing, you are literally rewiring your body to respond differently. Your body is not broken and your story is not over. The capacity for intimacy and connection does not disappear with age. It simply requires a different approach. These techniques honor where your body is now while helping it function at its best. Every intentional breath you take, every moment you choose calm over stress, every time you practice these techniques with consistency, you are reclaiming your power, your confidence, and your right to intimate connection. Tonight, start with just 60 seconds. Use the breathing technique before bed. Try the ear massage when you feel stressed. Give yourself permission to work with your body instead of against it. Let your hidden erection nerve guide you back to the man you know you can be. Choice is yours, and the time is now.